especially to the pupils. Some of them, the distance from their houses to the school is far. And so with the bicycle to help them to come to school very early.
So, how often do you take a ride on the bicycle? The United Nations has declared June 3 as the day to celebrate the bicycle and highlight its role in creating more sustainable, healthy, and inclusive societies. Today, I'll be speaking to some bicycle riders on the streets to find out from them what motivates them to ride a bicycle and the benefits they derive from riding.
Bicycle riding has been identified as a highly effective form of exercise that you can add to your daily commute, enjoy on the weekends, or do at the gym. The United Nations has thus declared June 3 as World Bicycle Day in acknowledgement of the uniqueness, longevity, and versatility of the bicycle, which has been in use for 2 centuries. The world body describes it as a simple, affordable, reliable, clean, and environmentally fit sustainable means of transportation and seeks to highlight its role in creating more sustainable, healthy, and inclusive societies. But how popular is the use of the bicycle, and is the ordinary Ghanaian ready to switch to the use of the vehicle as an alternative means of transportation for relatively short distances, especially in the face of the ever-increasing transportation costs? On the streets, GhanaWeb met with an 18-year-old student, Edwin Odonko, who has been riding for 2 years now. Identifying his motivation and benefits derived anytime he jumps on his two-wheeler to take a ride, the young man said aside from the health benefits, it saved him transportation costs.
Like I have learned it myself, and anytime I want to go to any place, I do not pay any transportation because I have the ride, and I'll go, and I'll be fast too because if you don't have the ride and you don't have the transportation too, you'll be walking and it will make you late. So, and in the bike too, if you are riding always, you get fit and be strong in everything.
Mark Anthony, who brought his bicycle to a mechanic shop for repairs, shared similar views. He said the vehicle aids his daily transportation to his places of work and the running of other important errands.
I'm amazing. So sometimes when we are going, we just order the car. So when we order the car, it costs us too much because of now how the transportation is too much increased. So when we have bicycle, it helps us a lot because all my workers, I mean my what do you call it, apprentice, all of them have bicycle. So when we are going, we just take our bicycle and we just go our way.
Another biker, Kofi Amwa, also a student, similarly mentioned health benefits as a key advantage of riding his bicycle. Spotted riding at sunset towards an unknown destination, he, just as the others, said he rides to various places and for various purposes. He joined others in urging members of the general public to have a regular ride as a form of exercise and transportation.
Riding of a bicycle sometimes helps in the heart and then creates stamina. And then sometimes using the muscles for the strength of the legs. With a bicycle, I think maybe you are putting more effort and then working out, exercising, doing the and we use bicycle or then with the bicycle act, which we exercise on uses strength and stamina.
Mark Anthony, however, lamented the high cost of spare parts as replacing one of the wheels and other parts of the bike cost him some 400 Ghana cedis.
The government brought the bicycle and bring the bicycle and the cost. You can't buy it because now the repairing that I'm doing now, I came and make repair on my bicycle. It cost me about 400. More than that, I didn't finish. So if the bicycle spoil and the person don't have money, how is he going to repair it? Because when I'm going to repair bicycle, it costs a lot.
35-year-old Benjamin Teria repairs bicycles and sells same at a shop at Somanya. He said persons with different backgrounds, including students and farmers, bought them for use as a means of transportation.
The selling is going on because people need the bicycles for their works, and sometimes they use it for their business. And some of them, they said they have been using for exercise and something. So always they have been coming for repairs. Okay, now then we have a multi-bike. And
How much is it?
okay, this one is 600 cedis. Okay. It will depend the bicycle and its price.
Okay.
So these are the latest one. That one too is also 550.
The riders, however, admitted that they face many dangers on the road, especially from impatient automobile drivers.
You see, right now the way the system is, the motor drivers and the car drivers, they are angry at most of bicycle riders because they most at times see them on the streets doing some skills, trying to be perfect in riding bicycle. So if you are not careful in riding bicycle, you can be hit by a car or any motorbike. But then there may be a bad side, like, because maybe when you are not protected, will be the bad side of it. Or when you are not careful with the riding, that will be where there will be a bad side of it. But then, to me specifically, then how I ride, I didn't see any bad thing. But then there is a careless things on the road whenever we are riding. So I take that one to be a careless thing.
The National Road Safety Authority has a word of advice for bicycle riders.
So when it comes to safety and security, riders are more vulnerable than drivers in a sense that in the case of a crash, they tend to be less protected. They don't have protective gears like seat belts, airbags. So we will entreat all riders to always ride with safety in mind and make sure they ride with safety gears like helmets. Cases involving bicycle riders is very, very low in our region, thankfully. So for instance, this year, first quarter, the region recorded 6 cases, which represent 4% of the total number of cases recorded for the area, which is on a very low side.
On March 15, 2022, the UN General Assembly adopted the resolution on integration of mainstream bicycling into public transportation systems for sustainable development. It emphasized that the bicycle is an instrument of sustainable transportation and conveys a positive message to foster sustainable consumption and production, and has a positive impact on climate. So, should the populace be encouraged to switch to the bicycle as another source of transportation? Our riders share their views.
A good thing because it makes you save your money from transportation. Sometimes, if the place where you are going, it's not far to take bicycle. Exercise is what you need to complete your health. You may be that healthy, but then you still need some exercise. And then with the bicycle help you with some exercises that you does.
Some non-riders of the public also share their views on whether ordinary Ghanaians like them should be encouraged to resort to riding a bike as an alternative source of transportation.
For my opinion, I don't think it's good because I know bicycle is good for exercising and other stuff, but it's kind of risky. It involves risk. It can cause accidents and other stuff.
I may say yes, in the sense that, especially to the people, some of them, the distance from their house to the school is far. And so with the bicycle to help them to come to school and on time. Then with adults too, bicycle can be used in traveling short distances. Also as the exercise, the riding, it becomes a form of exercise. But I want to encourage it that we ride for a long distance because of the cars on the road. Some may not consider you also as a road user when you're on the bike.
The UN General Assembly encouraged stakeholders to emphasize and advance the use of the bicycle as a means of fostering sustainable development, strengthening education, including physical education for children and young people, promoting health, preventing diseases, promoting tolerance, mutual understanding and respect, and also facilitating social inclusion and a culture of peace.